In November 2024, Russia fired an intermediate-range ballistic missile into Ukraine.
Yes.
It wasn't nuclear. But why was this so scary?
Good for you for pointing out probably the most dangerous moment in the 21st century, in my opinion and the opinion of others.
Just moments ago, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced that a Russian strike in Ukraine was carried out by, quote, an experimental non-nuclear ballistic missile.
It's not a weapon that's ever been used on a conventional battlefield, Lindsay. So it's something that you would only use in a nuclear war. So those flashes of light that we see were clearly intended to send a signal.
Russia, for the first time in the history of war, launches an intermediate-range ballistic missile into a hot war.
Right.
You're absolutely right. Now, that missile is capable of carrying a nuclear warhead.
But it doesn't have a nuclear warhead on it.
And there's no way of knowing.
Right.
There's no way of knowing. And so I, like you, asked that question. I went to the state, I asked the Assistant Secretary of State, this is after the book published, like what? And she took me into the State Department, a facility there called the NERC, which is a bunker, essentially, where, electronic beeps go back and forth between Russia and the United States for notification.
The NERCs were established to help exchange arms control information, to help prevent any misunderstanding, to help prevent any miscalculation, to help prevent any misinterpretation of something like a missile launch, so that we know when the Russians are going to do a test launch, or the Russians know when we're going to do a test launch.
And in that situation, Lavrov, the defense minister, notified the U.S. State Department of the ballistic missile launch 30 minutes before, identifying that it didn't have a nuclear warhead. Because otherwise, the U.S. could have interpreted that Russia was launching a nuclear weapon into Ukraine. But to the rest of the world, no one knew.